Welcome to the first episode of my survival Let's Play series. And I just want to give a little note here in the beginning that this series is going to start off kind of differently. And that's because I already have an established world that I want to keep playing on, but I also wanted to start recording in. So it's kind of weird starting off where I already have quite a lot of the early game work done. I already have farms built. And so, how I think I'm going to do it, and you guys can leave your opinions or let me know of your opinions in the comments. But I'm going to start by giving you guys a showcase of my world, going through all my builds and all my current projects so that you are up to date with what's happening and what has happened. And then the episodes will kind of fall into a format that you probably usually know, which is more of the building and the updates happening inside of that video. Now, I do plan to be doing some small updates in between videos. As you guys saw already, collecting some dirt for the project I'm currently standing in now, which I will showcase in a later episode. This is not what I have planned for today, but I'm very excited for you guys to, I don't know, figure out what it is or just to see it, because it is quite a big project, and I'm just happy to get it started and continue working on it. But I believe that's all I wanted to say, so let's kick it off. Oh, you know what? I was actually just thinking I may want to grab some rockets. I do have a fresh Elytra, but grab some more rockets because we probably are going to be doing a lot of flying around this episode, and don't want to run out of those when we might need them. I do have a tendency to unload my ender chest. Oh, I'm actually very low on rockets, but unload my ender chest wherever I'm currently working or the current project I'm at. Oh, that's not the recipe I thought it was. There we go. And let me load that back up. I'm just gonna grab a few supplies here. Bring my rocket, bring my armor box. Let's put those in there. And let's get started. One more thing I do want to preface real quick before we jump into the tour fully. It's been a while since I've been recording or made a video, and it might take some time for me to get used to, I don't know, speaking to the screen or speaking to the mic. And I apologize for that, so bear with me. But hopefully it doesn't take me too long to warm up. But with that said, this is my little spawn island. We just came from the nether here. And to be honest, my spawn actually was, if I fly up, somewhere, I think right on that beach in the dark forest biome. But I did like the look of this island here. It's in the middle of this pretty big ocean, which actually has some cool mountain ranges surrounding it, which I liked a lot. And so I think I set my spawn. I don't know where I did on this island, but I did set the world spawn, or I changed it to be here on this island. And this is where I built some of my first farms. Oh, where to start? I guess we'll start with the creeper farm up there, but it is getting dark, so I'm gonna try to sleep first. But only a few farms here, and I've actually rarely come back to this place in this world as it is now. I spend a lot of my time in my two other projects, which you'll see. But this was my first source of gunpowder. Just a standard multi-floor. It uses a line of, I think, droppers and observers, or dispensers and observers to dispense water. And I recently looted this because, and I'll show you why, but I looted this for another project. I needed a lot of TNT, and so there's absolutely none left here. But yeah, pretty standard design. Doesn't use cats. It uses just the height of the floor. So it's trapdoors on the ceiling of the next floor to only allow for creepers to spawn. And that's pretty good because I didn't have a whole lot of cats, or any cats at all, in the beginning of my world. So that was pretty easy. And I made it out of stone. So pretty cheap, pretty quick. An easy way to get rockets. And we got our standard, cow and pig pens here, which were my longest time for like source of food and wool. And here's an incompleted survival house. I actually liked where this was going, but I don't know, for some reason I just didn't complete it. And to this day, I still don't have a house created. I just have a lot of chest monsters and beds out in the open, and stuff lying around. And maybe that's something we need to work on maybe pretty soon or recent in this series. But, and a lot of standard trash chests around here. I got some enchanted books. Oh, if you guys see these blue, or not blue, purple text on shulker boxes, I apologize. I was experimenting with some data packs to showcase like what was inside of the shulker boxes, and I didn't like it, and I don't think it worked, to be honest, but it did glitch a lot of my shulker boxes, so that if you see these purple text, I just have to place it down, break it, pick it back up, and it works now. So don't worry about that, but there are going to be quite a few shulker boxes throughout my world that are glitched still. But yeah, down here's my basement, and it's where I actually am pretty proud of this build. I mean, it's small, but the walls and the ceiling and the floor, and especially that behind the staircase, no, I just really liked it. It was one of my first builds here in the world, and I started to, I don't know, organize my resources a little bit. But as I said, I don't really come back here too often, and I have just about everything I need from this starter place, so it's not going to be seen a whole lot, except for when I need mending, which I believe is this guy. Yeah, he is my mending villager. And I do have a few more villagers down this hole. I don't believe any of these guys are cured, so their prices are going to be... Yeah, their prices are crazy. But it's not too bad when you have an iron farm, because I got a lot of guys here that I can sell the iron to. I think I have some farmers. Oh, none of these are the max tier, so I can't even buy golden carrots. Little sugarcane farm. Barely outputs anything. I was hoping that since this is my world spawn that these would be running constantly, but I think something got messed up there. This looks like a Frostwalker villager, feather falling, efficiency 4, and unbreaking 3. Don't have too many villagers down here. I was planning on making an actual cured villager trading hall in another project of mine. Actually, the one you saw in the beginning of this episode in the ocean. That's where I'm planning on making a full, large-scale villager trading hall where they're cured, and I can get cheap stuff. But that is to come. So I just have the basic ones down there to get me going, like my efficiency books when I want to make an efficiency 5 tool. And yeah, what else? I guess we'll start going down the island a little bit. We have a little igloo, or I don't know if it's called an igloo, but a little snow mountain where I have my Frosty the snowman. Gives me a lot of snow. I forget what I was building this, or using snow to build with. Oh, I think I was using it in the nether for a gold farm. And it wasn't even to build the gold farm, it was more for scaffolding. Yep. Your basic egg farm, plenty of eggs. I think the hoppers are filled and they're still laying eggs on top of it. That is a furnace array that is not used anymore. I actually took all the coal out of that, so I could tear it down, but I've just been lazy. And inside here is going to be in my iron farm, which is so far keeping up with me pretty well. I got poppies and I have blocks of iron. This isn't all my iron. A lot of it is in my ender chest. I carry a shulker box full of the iron blocks. But yeah, I haven't had any large scale like hopper or piston projects yet, so that's barely been depleted. Let's actually go over here. Above the water, this is where my slime farm transport the slime balls to. Currently have it turned off, but yeah, pretty basic. I think I'm using 3 slime chunks, and we'll see that when we go down into the mine. But yeah, just a little slime. Kind of like how I made that. And he just holds all the slime balls. And just about last, but not least for this spawn island area, is the mine right over here. Which is nothing too special. I didn't even make it 3 wide. But it does, you guys will be able to see what kind of, like what I'm using for the slime farms down here, because this is where I uncovered them. Let's come down. And it's also where I get like a lot of my stone and ores and whatnot. Do I have anything good down here? I have some iron, but don't really have any use for that. But yeah, so this is my slime farm design. Not mine, but the one I'm using. It's just 3 floors, and I use the iron golems to attract the slimes, and the magma blocks to kill them. Pretty basic. I think I saw it somewhere on YouTube. Don't remember who exactly, but I just have some minecarts underneath that feed them into droppers and a classic observer clock to just power them. And this is the one that will push them up to the surface into that slime box that you saw earlier. I have that turned off just for lag reasons. I think if I walk back over here, you guys may see it in the video. It starts to get a little choppy. And I never installed an off switch. I had the piston there, but never installed an off switch. But yeah, this is, once again, keeping up with my demands. I don't really have a need to make it larger yet. And then here's the third one right here. Another thing nearby that you may have seen in the background is this tree farm right on the bank. I started to expand over here a little bit, but that idea quickly died off. I don't know, I just kind of lost interest. I don't know if this is still functional either. I think it is. Kind of afraid to use it though, because it honestly it might break, because it's been so long. I also don't know if I remember how to use it exactly. Let me see. I think I stand here. Is this the on-off? This might be the on-off lever. Oh, there's a stick in there. I don't know if that's supposed to be in there, but I think you just stand here and press like left click to plant, and then that feeds that. Huh. I think there's supposed to be chests for bone meal, no? Oh yeah, right here. Here we go. Oh, the bone meal go right there. Oh, this is out of bone meal. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I think that's why I stopped using it. But yeah, basic little tree farm. Nothing too else. I guess what I can show you is a little bit of the destruction. So this is the first desert. It's just right over here through the... This is the edge of it. It's a desert mesa combo. And you can see I did a little bit of red sand mining for the... I really like that red sandstone texture. I have used it in some of my builds in the nether. But if we come right over here, you can see the first desert that I've kind of swallowed up in my pursuit for a ton of sand. And that's partially why a lot of my shovels will have names relating to the sand, because my first large-scale, I guess, project where I needed a ton of either sand or dirt was the Ocean Monument project. And so I had to make a ton of shovels so I could mine. I could fill up a lot of shulker boxes in a row without having to go back and repair my tools and then come back out. And so they all have names relating to the desert in some way. And there's another desert which I'll probably show you when I showcase the ocean project. So that wraps up the tour of the starter island or the spawn area. Not too much going on there, and we may come back to it with more builds in the future, but my focuses kind of lie somewhere else right now. So let's get started with what's happening in the nether. And we're going to do that on the ceiling here, and as you can see over there, and I believe right behind this portal, that's what I needed the red sandstone for, are these little pods or pads here, which have my ice boat travel routes. Yeah, they're kind of out in the open right now. I started to experiment with kind of like a covering, a tube system of sorts, but because this nether project, it doesn't have a purpose other than to just look nice. It's fallen in priority on my list, but it's something I do want to come back to, and I do have an idea for what I want to do between these pods and that's the spawn portal right there above the nether. and it's kind of like alternating circular or like hexagonal shapes they're gonna be like columns of various sizes between these, kind of obstructing your view, but there's gonna be a path between them. Kind of hard to explain, but once I start working on it, you guys will understand what I'm trying to say here. We're not gonna go down any of these paths today, because we do have some other stuff in the Nether to showcase you. This is I think this is a 5x5 hole in the Nether roof. Took quite a long time, or not super long, but quite a bit of time to blow it up with the little TNT hack. But yeah, if we just hop right down here, this is the start of a Nether hub before I moved my portals above the Nether, and then once I moved my portals above, I kind of was like, well, why? It doesn't make sense having a Nether hub right below the roof of the Nether. But this is what I did have completed so far. I really like this palette, especially for the Nether, and this was exciting to work on. I tested out with some of that smoky glass technique on the two sides here, and I do have some beacons in the four corner. I believe these are like the tier 1 beacons, so their range aren't long or far, but it works for just inside this area. And let me go down. I'm gonna go down this tunnel first because it's the completed tunnel, but it's that same kind of boat tunnel where I could put a boat on top of this, and it has the blue ice this time because it's not very far. But I also have the minecart track just in case I want to transport anything through the Nether. You know, it's here, and I just have to get whatever I'm transporting into the minecart and bring it here. But yeah, the walls use quartz. Uses some blackstone, and this, I think this is the warped wood, I want to say. And the ceiling has some weird, little weird design. Not sure how I feel about this. I mean, I like it, but I don't know if I love it. So I don't know if it's gonna change though, because I'm rarely down on this side of things, this side of the world either. But yeah, this is a kind of a large piglin bartering system here, where it kind of just uses a standard clock to pass. Oh, is it on? What is that clock? Oh, that clock's above us. Sorry, that observer clock's above us on the roof. Okay, no, I was getting confused by that. But yeah, this is off right now, and it just periodically will throw gold ingots into the. Oh, that guy's out. Oh, why is this guy full? Interesting. He's all out. Oh. That guy's a little bit, that guy's a little bit, that guy's a little bit too. But yeah, I could load up the gold ingots on this side. I think there's a few double chests here that I could fill up. And then it would just feed it through the system. And the piglins would then drop me goodies. Crying obsidian. I have, a lot of glitched shulker boxes, but I have a ton of blackstone and gravel. Soul sand, quartz. I did let this run for quite a bit when I first built it. What does this have? Let's just go. That's leather, nether brick, fire charges, and these last few are a lot of the unstackables except for ender pearls, because I have the ender farm, so I don't really need ender pearls from this. It's not important, but I do have quite a bit of the soul speed and fire resistant potions if I need it. Yeah, I think if I were to take these shulker boxes out, a lot of this is going to be fire resistance. Oh, no, that's fire resistance. There we go. But it seems like to be water bottles, too. Ooh. Oh, that was almost bad. Alright, let's put this all back. There we go. I don't really care for these nether boots. And, oh, actually, you know what? I think these chests... Ooh. These chests are where I had a lot of my fire potions. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah, these shulker boxes, because I like the color code shulkers with what is inside them a little bit. So this will be a lot of fire. Yep. Yeah, there we go. And if you guys want to see the gold farm that feeds this system, it's kind of your standard. It uses turtle eggs and the magma blocks to attract the zombie piglins, and they just fall down. And that clock here is just me throwing it into fire in case I AFK too long. Uh, if I could redo this, I would probably make this higher up in the world so that I had more space down here for a larger storage system. As you can see, I only have... I was going to make a filter, which is why these chests are so far down, but I haven't gotten to that. Actually, I wonder if I tried to, and I didn't. I realized I didn't have the space required to make the filter. I wonder if that's what happened. And if you're wondering, I do have fire tick off, so this won't spread. But let me just fly up here real quick. This isn't even finished, as you can tell from the bottom floor. 3 floors. I made 3 floors. I did gas proofing on the top with the glass, and there's the turtle egg, and there's more down there. But yeah, this bottom floor. Let me fly off. Yeah, this very bottom floor I haven't even finished yet. Just a little bit left to do, but this farm already works amazing. AFKing for a few hours already gives quite a lot of gold, so there's really no incentive to finish it. And there's also another design I would like to build, but that's coming in the future. Alrighty, and this last tunnel in the Nether Hub, which I started to work on but didn't get far, as you can tell, and is using the other kind of wood, the red kind of wood, for this one. This leads to my Nether Fortress / Wither Skull farm right over here, which I spent a lot of time and a lot of stone slabs slabbing the Nether. I believe the slabbing is done. This is probably plenty wide. I probably over slabbed in some areas, but yeah, you can kind of just get a sense of the scale or the size of how much I had to slab here. I got kind of lucky. Some parts of the fortress was over a lava lake, and some parts of it was in a soul sand biome, but I still slabbed this stuff just in case. I didn't want a gas or the regular skeletons to kind of ruin or fill up the mob cap while I was here. I was gonna make our way over to the farm, but this is a this is an old version, or an old, yeah, I guess old version. I don't know why. I think I built this in the wrong spot, because you're supposed to build it in a crossroads, and for some reason they just aren't spawning here. And so I I just built a new farm right over here on a crossroads, as you can see. And just from flying around, we have a lot of wither skeletons already in the chamber. And I have a ton of stone here in case I want to do more slabbing. So what's underneath this? Oh, I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah, but I got 4 skeletons here. I got a ghast head. Oh, in case you guys are wondering, I do have the mob head vanilla tweaks data pack installed. It's like one of the 3 data packs. The second one being the durability ping for when your tools get low. The third data pack is the anti-enderman grief. So just those not game-breaking data packs at all, because I like collecting the heads. And they could be used in future builds, and it's kind of cool. And then the anti-grief and the durability ping are more just quality of life. But yeah, while we're here, since we summoned these or spawned these all, let's see. We've got 2 heads from that side. Looks like we got another 2 heads. Wow, okay, we just got an easy 4 heads. Not in any need for for wither skulls right now, or for I guess beacons, because I do have a lot of beacons, as you will see. But yeah, this farm works great. I am having trouble, so actually, if anybody has any information or knows why I can't, when I'm down here like AFKing, I can't get the enderman to spawn. And I think that's why I actually dug this. I was testing to see if it was I was too close to let them spawn, because I think my usual AFK spot for when I'm here farming wither skeletons is up here on this bridge. Let's see. Yeah, we're getting a lot of them spawning now. Hey! Whoa. Maybe this spawner is not completely blocked off. Huh. We'll have to come back to that. Okay. But yeah, on that bridge, there seems to be a lot of them spawning. So I do think I'm too close, but I didn't know that was an issue. But yeah, so if anybody knows with confidence why that happens, I am curious, because I would like to be able to AFK down here in the kill chamber. Let's drop those off. And we'll drop those off. And that about wraps it up for the Nether. And I think that's going to wrap it up for the world, or for the showcasing of the world for this first episode. The next episode is going to showcase the 2 large projects I'm working on currently. And it's also going to be where you guys catch up to me. And from there, we're going to go into actually working on them, getting updates. And yeah, we'll just see how it goes. But I want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.